Black history gave me leaders, people that blazed the trail ahead of me while looking like me. In the backwoods of Alabama, I was a small little black boy with the book Shaka. My Aunt Jean had pushed for me to learn as much as I could about my heritage. I learned that Africa was full of kings and queens. In school, we learned about Martin Luther King, George Washington Carver. As a black man in America, it's easy to look back at our history and see our resilience and our survival. Today, we're going to take a step back and we're going to focus on the black history makers that are thriving today. First, I talked to Kim Thomas in Atlanta, Georgia. Kim was one of Elevation Church's first watch party leaders, and she's a trailblazer in her community. She shared with me about what it was like learning about black history growing up in the South.
I'm Kim Thomas, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Next, I went to Winston-Salem, North Carolina to talk to one of our Elevation Church worship leaders, Isaiah Little. We talked about our upbringings and the kind of legacy we want to leave behind for our kids.
My name is Isaiah Little. I'm from New York, Jamaica, Queens, South Side.
Lastly, I visited Kelly Elmore.
I am Kelly Elmore. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio.
She told me how she grew up in a diverse environment, but still felt there was a gap between the American history that she learned in school and the rich black history that she learned later in life. What does Black History Month mean to you?
Empowerment, excellence.
Passion, drive. We use the word grit a lot.
Advocacy and being a voice to the voiceless.
Strength would be the African diaspora. It took strength to be able to survive that, being stripped from your family, being stripped from your culture. Some of them were children, some of them were men who were just out hunting and got captured. Having them traveled from one continent to the Caribbean, entering into a whole nother part of the world that you don't speak the language, you don't understand what's happening to you. In my history classes or social studies, the only black faces you would see was the slave ships. You wouldn't see the kings that they were before they got here.
In the home, my mom, she taught us a lot about early on, Martin Luther King. In school, we were being taught about, Kwanzaa and all the different leaders in Black history. Just kind of engaging us in those things to make sure that we're aware of who we are.
It is Black American history, but it's American history. I would like to see Black history fully merged and integrated within American history. And I think that if we can get more towards a standardized view of American history that includes all cultures and people that are in this country, then we can bring awareness to other issues that history has developed over time.
What are you most proud of in Black history and history in the making?
It was more than just Martin Luther King and the Malcolm X's. It was more so the Sojourner Truths, W.E.B. Du Bois, and Booker T. Washingtons, and the Frederick Douglasses of the world, and the Harriet Tubmans of the world, the Harlem Renaissance era where you had the Langston Hughes. These are influential people in our community that played a huge part of our culture, our education, our laws, and just knowing that we had people who were fighting, who were leaders and educated.
What is a piece of Black history that you feel that you carry with you today? You're good.
You can't download anything. I'm sorry, man. I feel like I carry perseverance with me. I say perseverance because it's one thing to experience something, but it's another thing to actually go through it in a sense of with resilience.
So I would say being an advocate today, I am a nurse. I decided at some point that, I have an opportunity to be an example. I can help advocate for Black students to become nurses or work in healthcare or, achieve their dreams.
Mary Mcleod Bethune, she built the whole entire university and it's still standing today. And it's like, she was a G. She did so much with so little. And then she taught other people to do the same. And so when I look at that, I'm like, okay, that's what I'm trying to get to. I want to be that influencer, but also be able to stand on my own ground with that same strength.
Talking to these three leaders gave me a new perspective of Black history and the way it has influenced the Black community in so many different ways. And while we still have far to go, we have come that much further. Our history is written every day, and today, I hold the pen.